Hey, welcome back to the Morning Brew. We're all in red here. It's the holidays.
The holidays.
It's Christmas.
It's that time of year.
I want you to meet a really neat lady, and I had the pleasure of visiting with her at her office to get to know her, and we were talking about appearing on the Morning Brew, and she's here today. Dr. Bonnie Lyon is with us. She is a relationship specialist, and she is kind of new to New Mexico. You've lived here about a year and a half now, right?
That's so.
And your office is in Rio Rancho. And
correct.
It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Both of you, yeah.
You look terrific.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your work, first of all, and your background.
Great. I am a relationship specialist, like you said.
Yes.
Life is all about relationships.
It is.
And it begins with how you feel about you. It starts with yourself. So my work is to teach people how to come to terms with themselves and then to be able to build solid, long-term relationships with other people because they know who they are. I do seminars, I do workshops, and work with people one-on-one to be able to build a better life for themselves.
Good.
Great.
Who couldn't use that, even in the best of relationships?
Yeah.
That's right. We can enhance them, right?
You
Always
bet.
grow.
Yes.
You bet. And now we'll talk to you about some of the things that you have going on in January. You have a couple of different sessions. Let's cover a couple of things about. This is a time for resetting your life and looking forward to the new year and putting together a kind of an action plan for what's ahead. How does that involve your work? What can people do?
Well, what they can do is to be aware. After, let's fast forward it, say, onto Saturday, January the 3rd, 2015.
Right.
The presents are unwrapped. The anticipation is gone.
We've had
relatives have gone home.
Yeah.
And Christmas 2014 is now history.
Right.
Now what?
Right.
The average American, do you know, spends about $721. However, sometimes our expenses exceed our ability to spend that much money. So we find ourselves sometime in remorse. 'Tis the season to go unconscious. And
then the bills come.
Then the bills come. And Christmas and the R word don't go in the same sentence.
Right.
Responsible and Christmas, who wants to think about that?
Yeah.
We want to give gifts, have parties, enjoy ourselves, right?
Yeah. Indulge ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Americans, as a country and nation, we spend like $450 billion, that's with a B, $billion for this Christmas season. That's a lot of joy. However, afterwards, a lot of us have remorse, and we have Christmas in July because we're still paying for our bills from today. So it kind of takes out that joy.
Yeah.
And who wants Christmas in July? I don't know about you guys,
Yeah.
but I want to have a picnic.
Right.
Send off, firecrackers, have fun, and just not worry about Christmas.
So there's ripple effects from all of this, and reality sets in.
Yes.
But you don't have to live that way.
You don't have to live that way. It's all about choice. We can make a decision, and the key is how you live past the holidays. Are you okay with your choices you made in December, in July? Is that okay? We can't choose the consequences because the credit card bills need to be paid. And if you can spend that money, it's great, wonderful, have fun, go to it. However, Christmas isn't just about what you eat, what you spend. It's about more than that. You really are the gift in the presents. What you give of yourself. The kind word, the hug, the being emotionally present when you go visit your family. Gifts are great, but I think we overlook what's the real gift in the presents.
I love that philosophy.
Yeah, yeah.
You talk about having no surprises in the new year. Now, you talk about financially. What about physically or spiritually?
Absolutely. And physically, most Americans gain 2 to 5 pounds between Halloween and the New Year. And so it takes it impacts our health. And not only does it impact our physical health, but our emotional health. We might spend the whole year trying to get down to where we want to be. And then in less than 6 weeks, we feel like we've lost the grip, we've lost hope, now we don't like ourselves. So it leads to depression, anxiety, quick fixes, if you will, in the January. That's why you see all the gym
Yeah.
memberships and buying new equipment.
Right.
If we stay conscious, there's no surprises in the new year. How do you want your January to look? Financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Have you tried to buy relationships by what you give them that you can't afford? Or do you really realize that Christmas is about connecting, giving hope, and really about just giving people in your life love, accepting who they are, and being who you are? It's not about the price tag.
What a great message.
Yeah,
Huh?
that is great.
Now, let's talk a little bit about a couple classes that you have in January.
Okay.
One's for women, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's that one about?
Well, it's called Love Shouldn't Hurt. And women, and well, let's go back to girls are programmed different than boys. The girl programming is that we need to exceed expectations, know what you want as a man before you even know it. We're taught to overplease, overperform, and overgive. So this is a class for women who love so much it hurts, that this class will teach her how to love herself enough to stop the pain, to stop overgiving, people pleasing, and overperforming in order to get value.
Wow.
How about that one?
That sounds great.
Yeah, your toes tinkled,
Well,
didn't you?
it's cultural programming. We
Right.
are programmed
Yeah.
to try to meet everyone else's needs,
As
except
caregivers,
whose?
yeah.
As caregivers,
Yeah.
except our own. And then we get irritable, we get exhausted, we're frustrated, and we think no matter what I do, overwhelmed, yeah.
Yeah, and you've done this class before. What have been some of the results? What have some of the women experienced afterwards?
Custody of their own life. They've taken back custody of their own life, meaning they realize they have a self, that it's not about doing your hair, your nails, your makeup. It's about taking care of your emotional needs, your physical needs, your energy needs, your financial needs. And they've learned that they're as important as anyone else. In fact, when they make their needs more important, and it's not a selfish, I am the greatest, a narcissistic, hedonistic attitude, but it's that unless I take care of my own needs and not look to you, Dara, to give me what I'm not telling you I don't need. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it makes for healthier people. Nobody else is responsible for filling my emotional needs unless and until I ask them for help. That's my responsibility. And if I don't know that, I can't possibly meet them.
What's a class like with you? What do you
The
go?
class is like it's fun.
Yeah.
I can't do it straight, so we have to have it sprinkled with humor. Exercises, great food. I mean, we bond over food, right? There's
Yeah,
great
sure.
food in the green room. So they're small,
Uh-huh.
no more than 10 women. 6 to 8 to 10, 10
Yeah.
6 the minimum, 10 the max. And we create an intimate, safe environment to really say, please help me and give me permission for me to begin starting to be honest about the secrets I've kept about myself. I didn't know I was allowed to have a separate thought or an opinion, and how it's really how to grow up. We grow up or we grow old. And growing old is just you chronologically age. However, you still may respond as a 7-year-old emotionally.
Wow.
That's true. So how do we find out more information about the class?
Well, you can go on my website. It's www.bonnielyon.com.
Great.
You can find me on Facebook under Dr. Bonnie Lyon. And you always can use that old-fashioned method of calling on the phone, which is 505-896-3111.
This is a beautiful office
Yeah.
out there in Rio Rancho.
Okay.
It's very
Thank you.
welcoming. It's really nice. There's that class, and there's another one in
January as well.
Okay.
And it's stop being sad. When I talk about the first relationship that needs to be healthy in order to have any other healthy relationships is the one with you.
Right.
And this class is about how to stop being stressed, anxious, and depressed.
Good.
Because when we are too focused on ourselves, we get stressed, anxious, and depressed because we can't possibly live up to the artificial cultural norms of how we should look, how much energy we should have, how much money we should have. It drives us. And panic attacks are every place. You go into Walmart and you can see 2 or 3 people leaning on the wall because they're so overwhelmed.
Yeah. Dr. Bonnie Lyon, everybody. I'm really pleased to introduce her to our audience. She's going to be back many times in
Thank you.
2015, and we're going to be
Great.
breaking down relationships and making them better.
Absolutely.
It's great to see you today. Thank you for being
You're
here.
welcome, Larry. Thank you, Dara.
Dr. Bonnie Lyon with us today. We put all her contact info on the screen. We'll be back with more on the Morning Brew, some music and more ahead after this.